Hi and welcome to my channel, The Stitchy Wife. I'm Elisabeth and today it is time for a new episode of Friday Sews. So please join me. Hi everyone. Welcome back if you've been here before and you're a subscriber of mine. Thank you so much for your continued support and all the love I'm getting. And if you're new here, very welcome. This is a channel about sewing, mainly about sewing a handmade wardrobe for me and my husband, and also a bit of other crafting and sewing handbags and so on. We take it day by day and see how it turns out. We are actually I am trying to sew it from scratch almost. I'm starting all over and I'm doing it by modules, in my head at least. I haven't been that successful yet. A lot has come between, and I suffer from a chronic illness, and that is why everything is taking so much longer than my head want and I want. But I am so grateful for this community and all the help you are giving me and support you are giving me here. So if you are new here, please consider staying put, and if you haven't subscribed already, I would be so thankful if you would consider doing it, because if we get up to 1,000, it would mean so much, but it's a long way there, but just putting it out there. But as many of us say, it is you that matters. It isn't the subscribers numbers or so on. So if you like sewing and crafting, please stick around, and we have an amazing community here. That is all I can say. And for starters, I would like to say thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating this Friday Sews hashtag, because it is an amazing idea to put a hashtag out that is giving us all a red thread to stick to and giving us a way to know what to film about or how to create a film when we are a bit unsure. I'm still very new at this, and a lot of others with me, and we love this concept. So thank you, Jen. You're probably not watching this, but anyone else out there who don't know about her, please check her channel out. I will link it down below, because she's an amazing woman and an amazing sewist, and just love her personality. The Friday Sews concept is all about a little bit of life and a lot of sewing, or the other way around. And I thought I would start with a little bit of life, since you probably could hear the banging in the background. I thought I would explain that for those of you that are new here. My husband is building an outbuilding, not a garage, but I don't know the word for it in English. We're going to have it as storage mainly, and it's going to be amazing because it's big and I have a lot of stuff, and he has quite a bit of stuff too. We were, after all, I was 42 when I met him and he was 45. He's actually turning 50 in 2 months, and I can't believe it. I can't believe that we're getting to that stage in life. At the same time, I'm just grateful to wake up every morning. So it's amazing to have been alive for almost 50 years. Yeah, it's a big thought and a lot to think about and a lot to be grateful about. Well, that is probably all that has happened in life, because what I've been doing this week is mainly sewing, which has made me feel so good, and I've been so grateful and so happy, and I've been able to film some. I started out this month hoping to be able to film every day as a kind of vlogmas, since I wasn't able to participate in that in December, but my illness took a bigger place than I wanted to this month, so I had to take a rethink and start all over again. And this week I actually filmed at least every other day, and that is amazing for being me. So I'm grateful for that, and so thankful for those of you that have watched I'm loving this interaction with you, and I will continue for as long as I have the energy and for as long as you want to look and watch, because it is an amazing way of, as I've said before, making me get out of bed and get dressed and look in the mirror and tell myself what's the word I'm looking for? You have a meaning of the day. I know it sounds kind of sad, but my days is quite monotonous, and if I get to sew and if I get to share them with you, it makes the day so much better and so much bigger in a way. I'm not that good with words. The English, I can't explain myself so well, but I hope you get what I mean. And I'm just thankful for you sticking around and wanting to watch them. So I have been filming quite a lot this week, and I've put up 2 or 3 videos. So if you want to watch them, I will link them somewhere up here. Part of it is all about what I've been sewing, actually. And what I have been sewing is partly that and this and some other things behind the camera. So I've been quite productive, and as I said once or twice before, I get quite big chunks of prednisolone as a medicine to help me. And this week has been a lot of prednisolone, a lot of antibiotics, but most of the time the antibiotics takes away the effect of the prednisolone, but this week it didn't. So I got the energy that I so desperately needed, and I am so thankful for it, and it made me produce quite a lot of sewing. So I will not go into that much of detail of the different things I've made. I will share them with you here, and I will let you know what I've done and what pattern company and so on. And if you want to see more about the making of it, please go watch the videos, and then I will make a makes video. I think that is my first real makes video, actually, next week. So I thought I would save that info for that, and this is more of the big picture, so to speak. It's sounding like Peter is entering. Hang on a minute. I have honestly no idea where I stopped the video, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself or if I start off in a different place. Not at all the thoughts I was talking about before, but I thought I would tell you a little bit about what I made last week. And just for those of you that haven't seen my videos before, or don't have the time for it. And I completely understand that, because there are a lot of chatty videos. I'm all about chatty videos, so to speak. Something to keep company in the sewing room. First, I started off by finishing my Oila shirt from Paper Theory, I think it is. Wonderful pattern. This is a linen sheet, I think, not thrifted. It is from Hemtex in Sweden. It is a houseware company. A lot of, sheets and curtains and so on. And they sold out their bed sheets from linen, made out of linen and cotton, a combination of 50-50, I think it was. And it is so soft, but it is very see-through, as you can see here. But it's very soft, and it is quite floaty. No, what do you say? It's thin and quite a bit good drape for being linen. I am not used to linen being that drapey, but it's probably because it is so thin. But the fun thing is you can really see the detailing here. I'm holding the wrong sleeve up. Can you see I will insert picture of the Oila shirt here, so you can see the line drawing of it, because this line, you have a line going all the way that is continuing here over the pocket. If you see it there and there, that line is going all the way, and I'm loving that. The construction was a bit tricky, and you had to fiddle about it a bit, but I really love the outlook of it, the outcome of it, and I'm going to practice it more before I make my next one, because it's definitely going to be more of these. I love them like this over a tank top that is a bit longer, and this is my next thing I made, the Bluma tank, and that is actually my first kind of tutorial sew along, or sew with me at least. And I was focusing on the binding because I love the binding technique. My fellow Swede, she's actually from Sweden, the woman who is owning Paradise Patterns, and she has made the very famous Hallon dress. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It is a dream, and I would love to make it this summer. I have the pattern, and it is definitely on my makes list, just to be able to make it and to have it, because I'm not at any of the, I don't have any place to wear it, but I'm thinking about that. Like this dress that I'm coming to next, I'm going to try and start using dresses more, because even if it's a bit overdressed, so to speak, why not use it? There is nobody else seeing me here, and if it makes me feel pretty, why not? And it really does. It gets you to push your shoulders back and walk a little bit straighter. And it's silly that such a small thing would affect us, but it is. So embrace it and use it. And yeah, now I'm off on a tangent again. Well, I made the Bluma tank after I made the Oila shirt, and that was 2 very productive days. And then I had this dress cut out, and that is the fringe, no, not the fringe dress, that is all wrong. It is the spring dress from Nina Lee. That was a pattern included in a English UK sewing magazine last year, I think. I didn't manage to get the sewing magazine because it got sold out before it got to Sweden. But I follow Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door, as many of you do, and she told me, not told me, but told, I think it was on a Sunday live, that this you can get as a PDF pattern on Etsy. And I searched it, and there it was. And she loved this pattern, and I've seen Susie from Thread Quarters make it, and she looks lovely in hers too. So I had to make it. And what made me a bit curious was that I made a toile. This is the wearable toile. This is I thought it was a viscose, but it is definitely polyester. I can't find my invoice from Rainbow Fabric, what it said it's supposed to be, but I was really under the impression that I was ordering viscose, but it is polyester. It is so hard to iron, and it is melting under the iron. So I don't think we have more indicators than that it is polyester, in fact. But I could have misread it, and it is a lovely dress, and it is very, I don't feel like it is very warm or hot or plastic or something like that. It is quite cool and lovely, actually, once I'm finished with it. But it was a bit tricky to sew with. But back to the pattern. I don't know if I'm completely wrong or if I misheard or something, but I thought this should come up a bit short, on the shorter side at least. Something in my back of my mind is telling me that Andrea said that it suited her perfect, and she is, I think, 5'2". I'm 5'11", and I lengthened the 2 tiers, the 2 bottom tiers, with 2 inches each, which I know it will give me an excess of 4 inches, and I added 2 inches to the bodice, I think, or was it 1.5? And I'm realizing it now, that is 6 inches. That is a lot. But if it would suit Andrea, that is 5'2", and this is a dress, so I would have to add on both the bottom and the top. Otherwise, you're supposed to divide it in half what you are lengthening the thing. But I'm doing both the bodice and the lower part, so I need to add on both sides. But I had to take away 2 inches, almost I took away the 4 inches from the bottom tiers. I cheated and I just did it like this. I will flash myself. Here is the bottom tier and here is the top tier. There is only 2 tiers. And I just pinched them together and sewed 2 inches in and then cut that off. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna work with this toile. I think I'm gonna have to measure it and see for my next make of this pattern, because I love it. I love how it turned out, and as you can see, and I will insert a few pictures here because I wanted your input on it. Do you think I should shorten my bodice piece? I get the feeling that it is almost hanging on my hips, if you get what I mean. It gets a bit not bunched up, but there is some creases there that I can't quite figure out. And I've lowered the dart. That was a necessity because it was somewhere around here. I lowered it with 1.5 inch, and that is perfect. That worked out a charm. And so my question now is, do you think I should take away a piece of what I added to the bodice too? I don't know if you can see it on this fabric because it's difficult. But as I said, I'm in love with this pattern, and there will be many more spring dresses from Nina Lee, that's for sure. And I loved her South Bank sweater, so I'm gonna look for more patterns from her because I love her style and her way of drafting, and they seem to suit me. So yeah, I'm so happy, and I'm so happy I made it. What I did, I added length to the sleeves, and I actually draw a straight line from the top of the, if you have the sleeve cap here, I draw just a straight line down. I could show you sometimes. Next time I make this dress, I could film that. I simply draw a straight line from each, well, this point on the sleeve, if you know what I mean, and just straight down. And I added, was it 10 inches? That is 25 centimeters. Yeah, I think 10 inches, but it is still a bit short. It is bracelet length is what I would call this. I keep on tugging it to get it down. So I think I will add a cuff to this and add, I think I will add maybe shirring instead. I don't know about this, but I really like this fabric and I like the color, and I tried it with my denim jacket and it worked out great. I will do more of that in my makes video, so you can see more of it and talk more about what I make, what changes I made and so on. But just let me know what you think about the bodice part. Should I try and shorten it just a tad? Because it feels, now that I'm sitting down, I can feel it on my, not my hips, but maybe I have a fat what do you call it? You know, in Sweden we call it bilring, and translated that is a car ring. I think it is coming from, you know, a tire. It is looking a little bit like a tire around your waist, and we just make it short and call it a ring from the car. But it is supposed to mean of you're carrying an extra tire around your waist. That is translated. I don't know if you have any of that saying in English, so please let me know down below, because I love those kind of learning those extra words, so to speak. Not necessary at all, but just fun. Well, what else did I make? Yes, I made my beloved Constance dungaree. I talked about which one I was going to make in my last sewing with me, and I ended up finishing the toile that I made. I cut the toile last autumn or something like that from the Constance dungaree in fiber mood, and I'm in love. Once again, it sounds like I can't find any fault on any pattern, but I promise you there is, and you will see much more of those if you stick around with me, but at the moment I'm really loving the patterns I'm making, and they seem to turn out quite fast and quite easy. I get a good fit, and I am so grateful for that, because otherwise I wouldn't have the energy to continue. I know myself, and at the moment I'm on the line where it's you keeping your nose over the waterline, so to speak, and the smallest thing dragging you down gets you down a bit, and you need something to get you above the line again and gasp for air. I hope you get the picture. But my constants, love them, and I've already cut out a new pair in denim, in stretch denim from Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door again, and she has a denim fabric that is a bit thinner than normal, what I call denim fabric for jeans making, but this is a bit thinner, and I think it is because it's stretched in it, so it's perfect for stretch jeans or something like that. I was supposed to have them for a pair of ginger jeans, but I couldn't help myself. It was too perfect not to use it. And then I decided I want some real workman dungarees, with all the pockets and all the extras and so on. So I discovered that I bought the Ansu skirt from Waffle Patterns. I will insert pictures of both the Constance dungaree and the Waffle Pattern Ansu skirt here. I will try and make a plans video next week too, and there you will see more about the patterns and so on, but I will just insert pictures now, because it would be a way too long video otherwise. It's getting quite long anyway. But the Ansu skirt have all the bells and whistles that I like, and she has put a lot of effort into all the pockets, and I decided I had that cut out too, and I don't know when I cut it out, but I used some canvas from IKEA, and I decided to do it, use that and try the pockets and see what pockets actually were useful for me on the dungarees. So I wouldn't cover them with pockets and not use them, because that would be quite a waste of fabric, and I didn't have that much denim fabric. So I still haven't discovered which pockets I really want. I have a few of them that I'm sure of, but I will show you the skirt here, and you could help me decide if you have any input on it. As I said, I will show you more about the skirt too in my makes video, but it isn't, don't have buttons in it yet, because I don't know if I'm going to use a working skirt, so to speak. Alex from Alex Judge, who I love here on YouTube, have sewn this skirt, and I think that is the time that I bought the pattern, but I don't know how much pocket she actually had on hers, so I will try and watch her video again, I think, and see what she says about it. Let me see if I can show you. We'll have to, here you can see, it is a hard fabric to show, and here we have it. Can you see the very important hammer clasp, or what you call it? This pocket I really like. It is, I think the pocket, this flap is a bit long, but I think I made a mistake, wide. I think I made a mistake with it, so I will check that. It is a slanted pocket here, and here it is a pocket there. You can have a bit more, with a crease to increase. What I'm a bit hesitant about is this pocket. I will keep it in half so you can see a bit more. It's this. This is actually with a zipper on the side. Can you let me know if you can think of a moment when it's very useful to have that kind of pocket? Because I actually can't think of it. I think it's a bit tricky to get to, and it isn't that, but I don't know why it is, or maybe it is on this angle. It's a design feature probably, but there could be something that I don't think about. Then we have the side pockets, and those I love. And here was that pocket that I showed you, and then we have these pockets on the back side that I really love. incorporated a zipper pocket in the joke piece. Can you see that? There, it is great. A so clever design. And I can't remember if I have a joke on my, on my Constance dungaree, but I will have to check that because I really want to incorporate that somehow. Then we have two different pockets. I really like the look of that. And then we have my, these pockets I really like too. You see, this is for the measuring, not the measuring tape, but we have, it's called an inch stick in Sweden, foldable. And here, and yeah, there's some fluff. Let me know, what pockets would you use on a dungaree? Can you help me with some inspiration on where to find pictures of dungarees that is real workwear dungarees? That is, yeah, I need inspiration at the moment, and because I'm so anxious to get sewing on my Constance with all the bells and whistles, because as I said, the Constance was an amazing pattern once again, and it fitted me so well. Or the only fit alteration I needed to make was slimmering the leg pieces, but that is something I always do. I think I have legs that is suited for size 0 or size 2, and the rest of my body is size 14, so you can imagine. There are sticks, but they carry me, and I'm thankful for that. So yeah, that is that. The last thing I made was, well, I didn't make it. I made half of it. My wonderful sister crocheted a bag in, not yarn, but in, what is that called? I will try and find what it's called, and I will write it down below. But it is so beautiful. Here we have it. And she made a big piece. She crocheted a big piece, and I turned it into a bag. And yeah, once again, I'm in love. I made a lining, and I made it from, it is a waxed cotton, maybe? No, not waxed cotton. It is, we have it on the tables here in Sweden when we don't want to create a mess, or actually when we are gonna create a mess and we just want to wipe it off. What is that called? Water resistant tablecloth, maybe? I don't know. Have you an idea? Please write it down. These are the words that are so hard to translate because I don't know what to search for in English, and I don't know what to search for in Google. So yeah, let me know. But that is what I've used as lining for this bag. And since it is so see-through here, I actually added that behind too. So yeah, it's both on the, I made a double-sided lining, so to speak, with some foam in between to make it a bit sturdier. Then I found in my stash these old, they're detachable. I think I bought them in the beginning of my bag making journey, so it's probably around 2012. Unfortunately, after using them 2 times, look what happens. Can you see? It is shaving off. I thought they were real leather, but they weren't. I was wrong. I just added, I'm sorry if it's a bit out of focus. I've added a leather piece that I had with those. But I can't remember either what's it called. But I hope you get it. I'm actually off to my mother-in-law and help her sort out a lot of things today. So I'm a bit, maybe not stressed, but I'm a bit, my head is already there, I think. But I thought that is what I made this week. And as I said, I have the prednisolone to thank a lot for it, because this is not a normal week for me. But I'm so grateful I could use it, and I'm so grateful I got the energy from it, and I'm so grateful that it's working. That is the main thing. Planning and coming up for next week is, I realized that I've completely forgot the sewing bowl challenge that I'm taking part of. And that is also something that Alex Judge inspired me to do. She posted on her Instagram about something called a sewing bowl challenge. And if you haven't seen it or heard about it, it's created by, hang on, I need to take my paper. It is created by someone called, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's created by, but the person in charge of it now, this year, is, they call him Spade and Salon Me Sean, maybe. On Instagram, I will include their handles down here. And they do it like this, that you tell them in the beginning of the month that you want to take part of it. You send them a message on Instagram, and they do a drawing from a bowl with a lot of different inspiring words. And by the end of the month, you should sew something from it, and using these words. You don't have, the whole outfit don't have to be using the things they say, but you have to have small pieces of it so it's visible and shown at least. And I will let you know what I got, and I will insert a picture of it here. It is, I need to sew something from Batrick or Berda. I need to sew a top or vest. It needs to be tweed or boucle, black and white, patchwork, distressed, ripped or unfinished, and inspired by your favorite city. Help. I think I kind of put it in the back of my mind so I don't have to think about it or try and be creative, because I am drawing a complete blank. I decided to use my Berda magazines because I have tons of it, and I thought this is a great way of starting to use them. And that is how far I've gotten. So if you have any inspiration for me, please let me know. If one thing of it, if one piece of the things I've said given you some inspiration, please let me know, because I need it desperately. But I'm so excited about it, and it's going to be so much fun. And I'm really going to give it these last couple of days. I have to put the Constance away, because my Constance overall dungarees is the next thing I'm going to sew. Even though I desperately need more everyday wear clothing. So yeah, please hold me accountable for this, because I don't know what I'm doing now. The weather in Sweden is very up and down, and I hear that it is the same in the UK. I don't know about the rest of the world, but we are having a real mess with the weather right now. One day it's 25 degrees, and the next day, yesterday it was 9. It was freezing, or at least it felt like it, and the wind was so hard. It was so windy. So it's hard to know what to wear, and it's layering up as much as you can, and yeah, it's difficult. But please give me inspiration and give me help. I will try and make a video about me creating this too this weekend, because that is probably when it's gonna, maybe sometime tomorrow or Sunday, but we'll see. I hope I will get something out of it, because I really like the idea, and I'm hoping to be part of it next month too. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna try. I will see how this turns out, and that it doesn't create too much headache for me. Another thing coming next month, is that Adam Sews and One Lisa Show, sorry for not remembering, is creating a new hashtag and a new challenge calling He Made June 22. And I love that concept. As you know, and as I say in my channel's intro, that I'm sewing for Peter just as much as me, and I seem to forget him sometimes. That isn't a nice thing. I have fabric, I have all the tools. It is, the difficult thing with him is to get the time to try out and get the fit, because he's quite broad shoulders and a broad chest, and yeah, he likes it quite tight around the neck, so I have to start out very tight and then go from there and out. And but I will try and make a video about that too, and I will definitely try and make a video next week about my inspiration for this coming month, because June is for me gonna all be about sewing for him, and I'm gonna try and sew mostly Hey June handmade, because it's her month, Hey June, right? So it's gonna be for Peter, and it's gonna be Hey June handmade patterns, and that is the main plan. But as I said, it's coming a plans video, and it's coming a hopefully an inspiration video for all he made. What did I call it now? He made June 22. I'm sorry, my head is in a mess, but that's coming. Thank you for watching and sticking around and being there and being my friends. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope this video has been of any interest and a little inspiration, at least, if nothing else. Take care all, and love each other and love yourself. Never forget that, because we need so much more love in this world, and we need to take care of each other and focus on that, because that is the only thing important. And it's getting so much clearer for every day that goes by, and life is short. Take care of yourself, and I hope you get some sewing done. I hope you get some planning done, and I hope you get to think about sewing, because that cheers everyone up. That you can't have a better medicine. That is right. Take care. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.